I'm numb to the pain and hollow without.
Switch your scene or whatever, yeah, and then counter send whenever you want.
And welcome a tiny bit late to the C stream for CSC. Well, we will be seeing one of our 10D semifinals. This one between the Cheetahs of Sav against the Nightshades of Greenhouse. I'm joined by Gearslayer.
Hey, how's it going?
And observing today, we have Orca.
Yeah, absolutely. We got a banger match coming at you here in 10D semifinals versus Sav versus Greenhouse. Two heavy hitters all season, number 3 seed, number 2 seed. This should be an exciting matchup here. Okay. Looks like already getting underway here. The CTs grabbed the first round, and they're coming hot and heavy here for the second as well, and already got it down to a 2v1. Lots of action going on, but Germ here in a 1v2 trying to plant the bomb on A site. Herbaceous close by in A main, has his teammate close in heaven as well. Germ will grab the first on the Herb, looking for the second. And playing Ring Around the Rosie, but Rizian will take out Germ, and that is an answer. Actually, a second round, sorry, for the CTs.
Yeah, it should have been a bomb plant in both rounds, I believe. We caught some of the audio from the start, so, you know, that was a buy from both teams. Definitely CT's got to be happy to come away with a round win there, even if it came at a bit of a cost with 4 deaths and a couple of rifles down.
Absolutely, that's a great start here on Anubis for the CTs, but actually coming into it, even off that bomb plant, T's a little broke here, opting to go for somewhat of a force buy with Deagle, so unless they can hit some banger shots here, maybe a third one handed over to the CT, so great start off here if you're Sav.
Interesting to see that the UMP out here for Herb, you know, money might be a little bit tight, but you know, that UMP hopefully is not going to come to bite anybody here when you, you know, bonus money, but not as best range. Those Deagles can definitely get scary when you get out of A main like that.
Yeah, we'll have to see, and looks like Rhino, the sub, coming in, taking down Colin for the opening kill on CT side. That was very aggressive positioning, actually. Rifle out in canals early, chasing down the Deagle on T stairs. So, looks like we got Germ taking a peek through B main with a scout, and seeing what he can find, but smoked off, unfortunately. Actually is able to get a boost over the top. Not finding much of anything here, though. And we've got, looks like Herb peeking over into E-Box, but Naffy is killing Alex in what looks to be mid. So that's 2 opening picks now for CTs. If your T's here, maybe looking to group up. Yeah, outside B, trying to see if they can maybe salvage another bomb plant here. Let's see what they've got in store. Ooh, and Rizian taking out Nurse, but Kropka finds one onto Rizian, and 2 Slimy, and Herbaceous will end the dreams of that bomb plant very early. 3-0 up for Sav now.
Nice to see Herb be able to drop that UMP, picking up the M4, so should have, yep, 5 M4s here across the board. Nice and solid, ready to meet this rifle v rifle round for the first time this match.
Yeah, absolutely. Good to be on a full buy. Because they're going to be needing it. Meeting the rifles here for the first time now. Greenhouse, let's see what they can give us.
3 rounds down is definitely not the place you want to be as Tees, even if you are favored on this half.
Ooh, and Germ finds an opening headshot through a smoke onto Rizian. Maybe, looks like that could have been in middle? No, looks like B main, apologies. And, Rhino here smoked off in A main. Looking to get aggressive, though, again. Let's see if he decides to take the push out here. Kropka would be waiting for him up in rugs. He looks like he's in that little jump-up spot on the box. Kropka very well aware. And Alex here in mid, already up mid, possibly looking to take some early aggression towards cams with his teammate.
Definitely a slow round as we're coming up here. I wonder if this is going to be the tactic of Nightshades, sort of playing these slower T rounds, more deliberate, less speed and aggression.
Yeah, it looks like they got some kind of a default. Yeah, and dropping down from mid-window into E-box, so Herbaceous grabs Colin, but Kropka will trade back, so T's getting the bomb plant they're looking for here. We got a 3v4 retake, it's on. Let's see what they've got.
You know, there's definitely a little bit of panic from Herb as that one guy walked out of E-box.
Absolutely. Kropka grabbing Naffy, Germ grabbing Rhino. 2 Slimy trades back onto Alex, but unfortunately 1v3. I don't think he's going to be looking for that. Actually, Kropka's looking for him. Finds 2 Slimy back all the way towards CT. No survivors, and that's 1 on the board for Greenhouse.
Yeah, only 2 kills, meaning that's only that free $100 available, so it's something, but not much. And we see our first op get broken out here. Let's see if he's gonna go for the E-box look, the mid fight. Definitely be interesting to see.
Yeah, looks like we've got almost four people heading over towards mid and B. Yeah, we got Colin on the op on T stairs. Holding Sliver and E-box. Herb playing up close with the Mag 7. Probably not going to be peeking canals with that. So let's see what they can manage here on this scrappy force buy. Yeah, that's unfortunate. You know, they win 3 in a row, and that's the buy they can put together. CT economy got a little bit better in the latest patch, but still not anything to write home about. And Alex taken up mid with his teammate again on one of these slower rounds. Let's see if he can find a pick. But no, 2 Slimy must have gotten the sound cue and was able to spam him out through the smoke from Cam. So that's the opener there.
You know, even with light util, 3 rifles is still pretty good on a force buy here. You know, it's not like you're looking at 5 MP9s or something. Definitely a winnable round, especially with that opening pick by Slime.
Yeah, no, they definitely have some firepower coming in, and Kropka able to grab Rizian. Yeah, 3 rifles, definitely able to put something together, but Swag 7 right in the right spot where you'd love to see it. Able to find Kropka. Herbaceous grabs that one, grabs another one onto Germ. And slinks away into E-box where he finds another one onto Nurse. 3K now for the Mag 7. He's just heating up. And Naffy able to take out Colin. And that is a quick one, even on that scrappy buy there. Now they're full rifles again, so 4-1 early lead for Sav. It's really kind of starting to spiral a little bit here for Greenhouse.
You know, no op recovery, only 1 AK recovered, even with Herb's, you know, triple with the swag right there. So little disappointing, I think, from a meta aspect, but you're not going to walk away from that round upset by any means. You still traded the the swag for an M4.
Not sure where exactly he grabbed Colin at and where that op went down, or if he even realized it. But yeah, no op recovered here. But that swag money offering up a lot in the way of in the bank. So looks like we've got a couple fast up mid here with just some upgraded pistols. Trading out here. Naffy grabs Alex. Nurse will trade back. So Herb and his teammate on B have to go take a look at this in Temple. And the T's have opted to pause in middle with the bomb. And that will be Rizian finding Nurse just kind of standing there with Colin now slowly behind him, able to grab Herb, and Kropka will grab Rizian. And now the T's on to B, 2v3. Let's see what the CTs have. They do have 2 rifles versus 2 rifles, only 1 Deeg on the 3rd player, so this is doable. Two slimy spots, one crossing over to Pizza, able to grab one onto Kropka, and Rhino will grab Germ off screen, and man, down to a 1v1 as Colin trades back to Slimy. Able to sneak out A main, he hears him coming on the E-box side, here's the bomb tap, has to get curious, and that's exactly what he wants. The spam, and Rhino able to snag Colin as he's spamming. Beautifully played by Rhino.
You know, Rhino, even here as a sub, played that in about the best way that he could. Yes, a 1v1 isn't the most team dynamic as you come in to replace a good player, but still, that's what you want out of your sub. That's the best you can ask for right there. And something super interesting on the meta, and these two teams are nearly identical. Same record. There's a 1% difference in strength of schedule favoring Nightshades, 1% difference in CT round wins favoring Nightshades, a 3% favorite to the Cheetahs, and a 9%, oh, that's on T wins, and then a 9% favorite to Cheetahs on pistol rounds. So those pistol rounds are going to be huge for this entire matchup.
Yeah, absolutely, and I believe, yeah, CTs were able to grab the first pistol, so that's a great start. And now, yeah, 2 Slimy getting Nurse on the opener, but Alex with the instant trade back, so they go 1 for 1 here in the mid-fight. Nafi hangs on to mid-control, able to grab back up towards Temple, so reinforcing that B side as the T's look to be inching their way closer up canals. One's parked in mid-house, has the option to drop. He's got the whole Congo line coming behind him. Bomb's working its way up middle, so let's see where they decide to end up on this one. Herb is aware, E-box is the gap, jiggling from sight. Let's see if Kropka decides to get curious onto sight here. Flash play for info, but doesn't actually peek off of it. They are aware of his presence there now. Herb still dedicated, focused on E-box. Time's ticking slowly down. They do have 2 here now, 1 from CT. Alex looking to be throwing some util towards backside to clear it out. Rizian grabbing Kropka, Herb grabbing Alex. But there's more here. Rizian able to find another one with the USP, and now Colin, yeah, a little stuck there. Herbaceous takes him out with the pistol as well, and clean for the CTs again. Sav 6-1 up here. What do they need to do on a Greenhouse's side to really get in this game, Lo?
I mean, something definitely telling right there is there wasn't even a real rush to get the bomb down even when it was on site. So they're missing out on money, which means that they're missing out on util. The delay in the timing I don't think is too bad for Nightshades right now. It seems like they're slow and they're together, but then once they decide to go somewhere, they're either down men on opening picks, because they seem to have lost at least half of them. But notably, they're not together when they finally hit that last shot onto site. They feel like they're the team playing with a sub right now, when they're the 5 that have been number 2 for the majority of the season with Fendi. So they need to figure out why they're all nervous, or, you know, just calm down and be together.
Kropka finding Rhino on the entry to Slimy, trading back Alex coming through cams. Kropka will trade back to Slimy, but Nafi with the instant reply onto Kropka. Now we find ourselves in a 3v3. Nurse finding Rizian, but Nafi instantly trading onto Germ. 2v2. Oh, he finally misses a shot. Nurse able to take him down, and we've got 2v1 post-plant. Herb all alone, all to do on his own. He knows where both are now. Sussing out the 1 cams, and Colin from sight, though, able to take him out with a MAC-10 with a nice flash from his teammate. Up recovered there as well, so that's first of many required for Greenhouse on the board.
This is the half really and truly won by the Cheetahs, though. Like, getting up to 6 this early, like, they could lose the next 4 rounds, and you're still happy with that on the CT side. Namely, I think what happened there is Nightshade finally started hitting enough shots to win, with a little bit of help from a missed op shot there.
Yeah, definitely hit the shots, but also I think they changed the pace up a little. As you mentioned, they were playing a lot slower there. They just kind of hit the go button, up mid, fast, you know, fast A split, and just go, go, go.
Yeah, definitely. The change of pace helped as well. I think you're right.
Yeah, but now we find ourselves back in another one of these slow default rounds, and it doesn't really look like CTs are playing for mid all that much. They've been able to get mid every time they've tried, but looks like they're not taking too much priority on grabbing it here with just the boost. Very default spread, not a lot of map control gain. They're not even really in canals. They just have 2 mid and looks like 2 sitting on T stairs, not advancing canals, not advancing A main, but letting the mid players work here, so that's kind of their strategy in this one. It looks like Enrizian, though, able to find Germ. What looks to be, that was A main, I believe.
There's a second kill as well.
I believe that's, yeah, A main kill. Alex, though, creeping his way up mid, has his partner in crime right behind him, slipping through the cam smoke. Let's see, it looks like he's being watched, though. Oh, and his crosshair absolutely not ready for 2 Slimy, but Nurse fast with the trade. But will Nurse be ready for Rhino? It does not look like it, and Rhino able to salvage this one here, staying alive in A main. Colin might find himself a bomb plant, but he should be traded out here very shortly. He's got CTs all around him. And Nafi from the heavens rains the bullets down on him, and another one back in the favor of Sav. Yeah, slowed down, slow round, and there they go again.
Yeah, it's not so much, I think, the slowness that's getting to them, is they are just... Nightshade is just outright losing the 1v1s right now. It's taking 2 Ts to kill 1 CT, and that's not how numbers work if you want to win.
No, absolutely, but changing the pace when you hit something with 5 people and they've only got 2 people there, you can at least get bombed down, get into an advantageous position versus trying to take these slow fights. And
yeah,
now they do finally opt to take a timeout. Maybe that's what they need here.
I mean, like, those stats right there really are saying a lot right now. Just the single digits across the board for the Nightshades, and it's what we're saying right now, that you need to find some rhythm, some consistency in your kills, or in some opening frags that are gonna make a difference for you. Because right now we're seeing, no matter how long it takes, that the Cheetahs are getting those opening kills.
Yeah, absolutely.
And starting 5v4 is so helpful.
They have had the op sometimes, but it doesn't look like they're really getting too inventive on looking for picks. I've seen him posted up mid, maybe T-stairs, but it doesn't look like the CTs are too interested in giving him the peaks he's looking for, so either got to go find him somewhere else. Actually, now Kropka able to find Rhino trying to slink out of a lurk smoke into canals. We have seen that one before. It was on a lower buy, though, so that's a little bit of aggression there out of the sub. The A anchor leaving the site a little vulnerable, but they do have the rotate of Nafi in with the op, but he has to be worried about middle a little bit here. You can see him continually checking it back and forth, but 2 Slimy here already close to the smoke. I don't know if they're going to expect this one. Oh, but he's got a face full of T's, and Nafi grabbing Kropka, but Colin and Nurse grabbing kills of their own. Herb trading back, Alex trading back, and now 3v1 for the T's. Don't even know if he wants to give this a look. CT's economy very fragile, has an AK in full armor. He's on the other side of the map. He's probably just going to opt to save here.
Yeah, nearly full util. This is a good save right here. The head armor is not the most important thing in the world, but 650 in armor, 2700 in a gun, a kit, 3 bits of util. Yeah, this is an easy save. You don't need to feed the numbers. You don't need to press your luck into anywhere. Especially, we know that there's no damage basically on any of these T's right now.
Absolutely, and they can make a buy here, I believe, if he does save.
Terrorists win.
The numbers are a little hard to read, but I would wager. I mean, you are
7K,
second to last round.
5,600, so. 3K. Yeah, he drops 1, so only one person's going to get the short end of the stick here. Looks like maybe 2 Slimy might be on a FAMAS or an MP9.
But it is something to note that this is going to make, like, this round loss is going to make the next round really hard to come away with monetarily.
Yeah, it did scrap him FAMAS. He has full util, but one of them doesn't, so down about util set and a half, but they do have better guns for it. So let's see if Greenhouse can continue the momentum here.
Seeing head armor on a lot of these on a lot of these CT, which is surprising.
Yeah, coming off the rebuy there, not sure it's necessary, especially with how many players lived and the AK rebuy is likely to come in. But yeah, Kropka grabbing Rhino on the opener again, maybe some aggression in A-main. We've seen Rhino go for those plays, but it looks like he's finally starting to their T-side finally starting to catch on to his antics here. And it looks like we've got Alex lurked up into the mid-smoke again. That seems to be his favorite opening spot, but Nappy aware of his shenanigans as well, tucking into cams though, so opts to give over mid. Herbaceous will spray down Colin. Looks like that's E-box into Canals, so he does finally peek it, catches a timing when Colin, I don't believe, had the op there. And yeah. Now we've got the crunch coming onto B, but Rizian will hold strong, able to grab one onto Germ. Nurse trades back instantly, but Herbaceous is here as well, trades Nurse.
I don't think the M4 is powerful enough to pen on the
I think
brick.
it's only the op that does that, yeah.
Yeah.
But
Herb a little eager on those shots.
let him believe. Alex able to find one, but traded by two Slimy. Naffy will take out Kropka, and that's another one here for Sav. Able to find themselves some AKs. Build the bank up a little bit.
Well, build the bank up, it's the last round. Buys are still going to be tough here with three
Yeah, they
players
could drop
dead.
an op if they want to. It depends on how much priority they place on that, or whether they just want rifles and util. Let's see what they opt for.
What they
This two
opt
Slimy
for?
has $5,000. It looks like just going to be rifles and util. They don't seem to be too interested in putting an op in any one person's hands here. Actually interesting though. They do have one player with $2,400 left and a guy with head armor, no util, so little inefficient on the spread there, but
Head armor
yeah,
across
absolutely.
the board.
Looks like Germ is instantly looking for something. Sees a flash come from deep CT, decides he doesn't want any of that. Lets his players in Canals and mid take over. Walking up again, mid with the bomb. Alex into his favorite spot. Yeah, CT's allowing him to have the space, but it's been working for them. Not really overfighting mid, dying early. It seems to be a good strategy.
Not dying early is usually pretty good.
Absolutely. A little trade of damage comes out there. Looks like Alex got the worst of it. Herbaceous able to find the opener on Germ. Colin trades one onto Rizian. Oh! Kropka will find Rhino off screen, and Colin sprays down Herb just as he's about to get away, and now Naffy in close to Temple as the T's start planning. Two Slimy will spray down Kropka. Oh. Naffy sees too many targets, can't decide which one he wants to shoot at, gets neither of them. Two Slimy though, aware of where one is. Colin goes down to two Slimy. Two Slimy gets Nurse as well. Now 1v2, they know where Alex is. Bomb tap. Alex has to get curious. And gets the crispy one tap onto Naffy, but I mean, you can't even be mad, like you said, if you're Sav. 8-4 half CT side Anubis. That's fantastic.
Well, with that almost clutch at the end, I think you're going to be a little disappointed that you aren't up 9-3 right now.
I mean, obviously that would be a little better, but
turned into a 1v1 at the end there, but just sticks the bomb plant with no util going down. Seems like an odd decision, especially at this high a level, but playing the mental game, thinking that he's not going to like you're sticking it because you think that he's going to think that you're not sticking it, so that way you can stick it, especially with the kid.
Yeah, time was ticking down there too. It's a very tricky situation, but does slip through his fingers in the 1v1, so that's a little bit of a breathing sigh of relief there for Greenhouse. 4-8. I mean, if they can have a dominant CT like Sav did, then we can see this flipping back in their favor, but it's all going to start with pistol here. Let's see what the T's are up to.
Cheetahs 63% successful. If T's win this, it's going to be
absolutely
first nail in the coffin.
Looks like the CT's had an early stack on B, but they're rotating some out towards middle now. So we have some 2-2-1 spread here on pistol round. Very interesting. And T's up mid with bomb. And Germ will grab the opener onto 2 Slimy there in mid-house. But just as quickly as he goes down, there's another to take his place, and Colin here to defend middle. Germ as well. Naffy grabs Colin there on the backside. Looks like they opted to drop, into E-Box though. Bomb going quickly onto site. They have to clear this out. Oh, and Alex able to grab one. Rizian trades Alex, but 2 more kills come through very quickly, and Bomb not able to get planted yet. Rhino last alive, 1v3, able to snag the bomb. Let's see, he's gonna smoke with 2 CTs and edges out the one side, and Kropka blows his head off. And hey, that's what they needed right there to get this ball rolling.
I mean, specifically, yeah, no bomb plant there for the T's, meaning you expect another free round for the CTs here.
Absolutely, yeah, that takes it from a tenuous force wars to this should be full eco. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I don't think that the Cheetahs are in any real worry here. They're relaxing. This is all just about getting through this round, doing the best that they can. You know, you're really hoping for that bomb plant, but you'll be happy just getting this round over without any real negative outcomes. You know, team kills or
still
getting.
Doesn't feel good to give over 2 straight on T side, but yeah, they do have the rounds to sacrifice. You're right. It will all be coming down to the all-important gun round, it looks like. But 2 Slimy actually able to grab Germ with a close-up one-tap from a Tech 9 in A main, able to snag away the ump. Not necessarily the best gun he wants. Yeah, drawing attention there as well. Has 1 stuck heaven, 1 cams, so they're split 2 and 2. If the T's can find a timing to all group up, they could turn this into a bomb plant for sure. Maybe even a round win. Let's see what they've got cooking up here.
Abandoning that B main look, I think, was a bit unfortunate, especially with the meta knowledge that you've pulled 2 into heaven, 1 into mid at that time. It would have been huge to see them just barrel out of B when the rotates had come through.
Possible that, they could have caught a good timing there, but, staying grouped up here, not the worst decision they could make, and now Herbaceous entering out as all of his friends around him. They found 1. Kropka alone in storage, brought down to 14, but able to grab the kill, and Rizian. Nurse will get Nappy. Colin will grab Herb, but Rhino will put down Colin. 2 Slimy with the flying ump kill grabs Kropka, and then Alex grabs 2 onto 2 Slimy, and Rhino gets a little close for comfort there, but they are able to walk away with 2 rifles and the round win. So Greenhouse getting it done. A little messy, but it's probably about as good as you could hope for if you're sad there. You get bomb plant, 3 kills.
See, I think overall, in a meta sense, yes, but unfortunately, the way these rounds are looking, it is feeling like the Nightshades are barely clawing their way to a round win most of the time. These aren't secure, nice wins where there's 4 alive, barely any damage. Good util was brought on, and the T's walked into death.
Yeah, considering from where the T's started that round, they had 1 Tech 9, a bunch of Glocks. Yeah, losing 3 players, not ideal for sure. Definitely puts a ding in the economy again. CT's not able to afford to bring out an op, and we know Colin likes to see that op. Probably would have benefited him a lot here, so Germ getting aggro in mid early. Takes a good bit of damage off an AG for it, and opts to just fall away, so just some early damage traded. No kills going over yet. Oh, and Rhino able to grab Alex on the other side of his E-Box lurk smoke. That's a great entry there. Now, Colin has to be aware of that. Also has to be aware of B main. He's kind of caught out here. Herb will find Germ the extra help onto B, so Colin was all alone. Looks like he's got reinforcements coming quick. He's able to grab 2, but Rizian will take out Nurse. Herb trades out Colin. Now Kropka really has to think if he wants to go for this 1v3. Grabs the first one to Herb. It's going to draw him in. If he can get 2, this is doable. Grabs Rhino. Only 2 bullets left. Has to reload. Doesn't have any idea where the third is. Actually, Slimy able to put him down. Actually, not sure if he spotted him there in Pizza, but yeah, with 2 bullets, had to grab the reload. That gave all the info away.
It looked like he ran into the edge of the site right there and couldn't quite get around. Maybe also caught a glimpse of the T there, but definitely an interesting way to play that out as the CT there.
And as you said, these rounds getting really scrappy. Unfortunately, that one doesn't go Nightshade's way, but even if it did, their buy still would have sucked. Only having 1 alive.
But we're only seeing 1 M4, 1 FAMAS, 2 upgraded pistols, and an MP9 basically completely bought out here. If Nightshade cannot pull something magical out of this round, that is 10 and probably 11 for Sav.
Yeah, and Naffy grabbing Germ, 2 Slimy grabbing Kropko, but Nurse will trade back onto Rizian. Herb grabbing Alex. Lots of early action going on here. Looks like there was a little bit of a brawl going on. Herb just running into B with an taking out Colin. That is that is a ballsy entry, but
the beating the M4 there, like that is just salt in the wound. That is lemon on the paper cut. That is telling of this map so far.
2 Slimy grabs Nurse there, crossing the bridge unaware, and that will put him over 20 kills already in this game.
I mean, I think at this point, the question is, how long do you want to make this go on for? Does this still feel winnable for Nightshades? Because they're about to go down 11.
It will all come down to the very next gun round they get. But yeah, definitely, they're out of chances basically after that. No more freebies, no more mess ups. They need everything to go their way here. Yeah, fully stacking B here on this eco, hoping either someone just gets curious and walks in, or maybe they get bored and decide to execute B. Either way, not going to give over any early info.
As a 10D quarterfinalist, your buy here, 611, is going to be not perfect. It's not going to be a full gun buy at this point with money where it is. Do you save and play 612, or do you force it at 611?
You gotta get it 611 for sure.
I think with the way Nightshade's playing, I think waiting for the gun round might be better. Some nice opening picks here, but these are AKs versus
they'll have rifles, they just won't necessarily have full util, and if they really want to optimize, they could put someone on maybe an MP9 and grab another set of util, so I think they really just have to play it to stop 12.
That was a nice pistol kill into Canals. I think that was...
Ooh, and Nurse on the jiggle onto Naffy. Just catches him spraying there, jiggling with the P2K. The free gun you get at the start of the round, able to do a little something, but Rhino will take him out there deep into Temple. And yeah, T's definitely also not the greatest bank. They got a couple players with some money, but don't really want to give away any more money. And now, as I say that, Rhino gets curious looking for Kropka. They did find him, not able to take the AK. Let's see how many more guns they want to donate. Doesn't look like any more. They're both exiting B main, so this should be the end of that saga.
Yeah, I mean, 3 kills there I think is actually huge for the CTs there. 2 pistol kills, and then that 1 rifle kill right on Rhino, who was just lurking solo for no reason.
Absolutely, and the way the new economy works, you know, that giving that extra buff to all the teammates, as you were just saying, you know, play it on for the 12 buy. Well, this made this a totally viable buy. Kropka can even drop an op if he really wants to. It doesn't look like he will. Yeah, just buying the rifle, making sure everyone's got their util. So yeah, this is a completely viable buy here.
Yeah, giving Nurse the AK here is super interesting. I figured you might want to see that on Germ or Kropka at this point, just for the damage numbers they've been putting up all season. They're your go-to guys. So Nurse has really got to deliver on this AK.
Nurse here playing up in middle, hoping, I guess, that and if they get an exchange here, he's able to just take the quick one-tap, probably due to the position he's playing. But we see Germ getting curious here, actually up close in middle. That missed molly actually provides an opportunity for him to still be standing doors. I don't know if they realize it missed there, and Germ able to grab Rizian off of that. So that's a great opening pick here. Ooh, Rhino finding his way into E-Box. Yeah, doesn't know that he's gotten timing though. Alex out in E-Box. Yeah, finds 2 Slimy. Coming back in, though. Had no idea Rhino was in there. Rhino able to grab the freebie just off the patience. So we find ourselves 4v3 up for Greenhouse here, but Germ able to grab Rhino. Germ able to grab Naffy coming out of E-Box. Yeah, and now we've got Sav. Just Herb all to do on his lonesome. Does have the bomb, but 1v4. Don't know. He does still want to go for it, and we'll hand the kill over to Colin. That's AK, T-Molly, another AK, and all of a sudden, things are looking a little up for Greenhouse here.
No, I was half right. Although Nurse didn't perform with the AK, he didn't die, and Germ did get a triple. So, you know, I was kind of on the right line giving that AK to Germ. Just saying.
Well, you know, given the recoil, no.
Yeah, you go tell Germ that his recoil control isn't good enough.
He was able to find that quick follow-up onto the second one, but yeah, absolutely, it could have just been 2 1-taps. Now Nurse, definitely feeling himself here a little bit, spamming, a little spam war through the mid-smoke. No damage exchanged yet. Trying to follow the tracers. Alex will find Rhino trying to grab some damage through the smoke there. It looks like he just spams him down from E-Box smoke. And now that's an early opener for the CTs. How will Sav respond to that? Looks like they're all grouped in canals. Yeah, maybe looking for an A push here.
CTs do look to be ready for it. You know, they're not super stacked up high. They're ready, super condensed between mid, B, and A. You know, they're waiting for some information. They're doing a good job, unlike we were seeing out of Rhino, who was getting super aggro out of A main towards the end and was getting picked for it and punished. So this is good to see.
Oh, and T's will be coming through. Kropka grabbing 2 Slimy as he comes through. Rizian trades. Germ grabs Rizian. Germs grabs Herbaceous, and Nurse will grab Naffy. Not a lot going right there for the T's as they opt to just entry through that smoke. I think they had time and didn't necessarily need to force that through there.
And the Cheetahs do take a timeout right here to think about what's going on.
Yeah, absolutely. Probably the right move there, given that was a little bit of a frantic round there. After the opener goes not their way, they group up canals, go for the A hit, but like we said, just rushing through the smoke, a little premature on the go button.
Well, but this is what we're talking about, right? They need to find their rhythm, and they really need those opening picks, right? You know, you're definitely on the worst guns there. We're seeing a lot of Galils, not the AKs, not the perfect util setup that they want. So it's about finding exactly what you want to do. Now we're getting this buy. It's typically going to be, you know, that 2K buy, maybe a little higher, just to try to set you up for that next round. Because this is about to be 11-9. Like that is the expectation here.
Looks like we're seeing a B rush coming in here on that buy. Actually, weirdly enough, they stomp all the way down to where they can hear them, and then they start walking.
Well, they could leave, you know. Like start walking because he could leave.
They have no map control. They've given away all the info that they're out there. Leaving doesn't do much. Rizian grabs the opener onto Colin. Alex grabs 2. Naffy will trade Alex. So at the end of the day, even scoreline. Germ grabs Herb there on the backside, but looks like Naffy will grab Germ. Nurse trades 2 Slimy, and all of a sudden 1v2.
Nurse
Naffy
is
able to recover bomb, but CT is both nearby. Let's see if he can thread the needle here through CT. Able to snag the bomb. And yeah, they are definitely unaware. I think they know he got bomb. Not sure where he slipped off to, though. Yeah, it looks like one of them is going to come back this way. So oh, he was ready for it, but so was Kropka.
Yeah, a bit unfortunate. Definitely could have gotten lucky to find Nurse there, but doubled up, it's pretty much going to be done there. Definitely a tough match right now for both sides. That first half looked so clean for Cheetahs, but Nightshades have really battled their way back after winning Pistol to open this half, and those pistol rounds are important. You know, don't ever let anyone like Gear tell you that you don't have to worry about pistol rounds. You just win rifle rounds.
Yeah, Rizian able to grab Nurse there. Oh, Colin though will find one onto Rhino. He's been
I think that's his first op kill this map.
the short end of the stick there. Kropka will grab one as well. So early advantage there for CTs. Yeah, definitely clearing out the canals there with those 2 kills. Now we should see some kind of a reset, a regroup by the T's going down 3v4. You definitely just need to all group up, hit the site, and hope you're not running into a stack. They're going to inch their way up middle. Let's see. They do still have some util to make this happen. Yeah, there we go. We got Temple Smoke coming out. Colin will respond with a molly into cams. They still look like they want to commit to this. The 2 players that cleared out canals earlier are still lodged into A main. Colin looks like he's making his way over into storage, so didn't quite run into the stack off the rip, but it's been enough time and they've rotated there. Yeah, all 3 kind of stuck on site now. Let's see how they get to play this post plant. Need to start taking some control here. Spread out from site. Yeah, Herbaceous able to grab 1 in Kropka. Grabs 2 onto Germ after Germ trades Rizzy in there. So now we've got 2v2 coming in. Naffy able to grab Alex up top, and Naffy will grab Colin too. Missed op shot, and Naffy and Herbaceous actually 2 doubles. Doubling up there in the man down, and that's Sav on match point.
Yeah, I mean, not to put like all the blame on Colin, because obviously it's a team game, but like that was his first, I believe, his first op kill this map, which is saying a lot. And then for him to just miss that follow up to make it a 1v1 definitely hurts in those clutch situations where the op just does tend to struggle, especially in those close quarters fights like that.
Yeah,
And then
absolutely.
to give
Getting smoked off by Heaven there, that was kind of the only angle he could have taken with the rotate into storage, so it's not like he had the long line from cams, so that's unfortunate for him.
Still not a bad buy coming out here for Nightshades, seeing full rifles across the board, decent util kits.
Well, actually,
this
as
still a
it
good
goes,
shot.
though, Nurse could have dropped that FAMAS and maybe could have spread out a little bit more util. We see some light util going out here, but...
Yeah, 2250 and head armor on Nurse.
Yep. It's been a problem all game. Oh, and Too Slimy, not afraid. Just entries onto Colin backside, but Alex will have his back. Gets the trade, wisely backs up, senses there's more danger there. He's not making that kind of a ballsy swing alone, and Rhino is right behind him, so let's see the kind of rotates we can get off of that. Awkward smoke there, almost smokes himself off.
I don't think Rhino planned that.
It looks like he wanted it to kind of cover right side, but it bounced awkwardly. So Alex defending the site all the way from back in CT as the T's try to flood in. We hear the op shot ring out from Evox. It's coming through. Bomb will start to go down. And Naffy grabs Kropka. Herbaceous grabs Germ. Herbaceous grabs Nurse, and Rhino will grab Alex, all in quick succession. CTs, unfortunately, couldn't get it over the line there, and that will be Sav with the map 1 victory.
As a pretty solid first half from the Cheetahs, and after a little bit of struggle, a pretty clean way for that to end for the Cheetahs again. So, I don't know, fairly dominant performance, you might even say, from the Cheetahs there, especially to 13-9. Yeah, bad math.
Yeah, no, that's a solid win overall off the back of that very strong start on the CT side. Able to get it over the line, a couple messy rounds here back and forth, but it didn't really ever feel like they weren't in control.
Yeah, and this, I believe, was... whose map pick? I'm gonna go grab that real quick.
That was Sav's map pick.
Okay, so the quote unquote right team won, so that is not entirely unheard of, and we do get to see Mirage as Nightshade's pick for map 2 to send us into our decider, which I don't think we said will be Dust 2. So we're getting sand, and a bit more sand to round out this series.
Sand action here. But yeah, definitely looking forward to seeing that one, seeing if Greenhouse can answer back on their own pick of Mirage, but we'll have that coming up for you here shortly.
and welcome back to our preview of Season 17 10D semifinals for Season 17 between Sav's Cheetahs and Greenhouse's Nightshades. Well, in the interim, just to catch y'all up on what's happening on our A and B streams right now, we have the finals of Recruit going on between FRG and Nan, and FRG took map 1. They have not yet headed into map 2 yet. And then in our Elite finals, OS took the first map against Headhunters, and they're 2 rounds in on Mirage as we head into map 2, also on Mirage. Gear, how are we looking to shape up on this map?
Hopefully we'll have an exciting one here, a banger. I really don't, want to see just a 2-0 coming out here. In theory, Greenhouse should maybe have a slight edge here. They did play the map 4 times in regular season. They're 4-0 on it. They beat HG on it in the last playoff day. On the Sav side, only 2 victories on it in regular season, and they did grab a win over us last playoffs day on it. So little less, reps on the map. So hopefully, and with it being Greenhouse's pick, they have to have some confidence in themselves on it. So hopefully, we're gonna get, some more excitement out of this one, and maybe bring it to a map 3.
But I think that brings up the question. If you're expecting that it's your opponent's pick, right? Because you know as Sav, right, that we don't have the full map bans, but they probably banned Nuke as their opening ban. Then your next choice is they're either going to take you to Mirage or Inferno. They are overall, including playoffs, 5-0 on Mirage, 3-0 on Inferno, and the Cheetahs are 3-0 on Mirage and 3-0 on Inferno. So you can pretty much predict and go watch some film because you think that's what your opponents are going to pick. So especially if they're going to pick Mirage, if Nightshades are going to pick Mirage, the one that they have the more rounds played on, that kind of gives your opponents an easier chance to learn your strategies and find some way to counteract them.
Oh yeah, definitely during playoffs, it's the land of anti-stratting. We will always be seeing that, so, but I think both sides are going to expect that. Both sides know that it's happening, so it's not a big surprise. You just have to play your game, not get rattled by it, and stick to your plans and execute better. And we are getting right into it here with the pistol round. So looks like we have Greenhouse starting on the T side of Mirage. So let's see if they can have a strong opening half here.
Yeah, and both teams have just under a 60% and above a 60% win percentage here. So pistols are important for both of these teams and their success going, 10-2 this season.
Yeah, absolutely. And it looks like Rizian grabbing Germ. Alex trading out quickly there. Alex grabbing a second one onto Herb. Into CT with the bomb. That's a wild fight to be taken, but Rhino grabs Colin. Kropka will trade him out, and bomb going down as Nurse grabs 2 Slimy, and Naffy can't find the kill there, but they know where the last remaining CT is now. Spotted out. 1 in connector, has 2 to find somewhere on the site. This is going to be a tricky retake here for Naffy. Look to isolate the fight on the pawn player, and can't get it done. Switches to the knife, and Nurse will headshot him there. So yeah, that's exactly what you want to see if you're Greenhouse. Strong opening just on the good old run it out A and shoot them in the head.
Yeah, finally seeing Nightshade maybe seem to come into their own in the last couple of rounds on Anubis, and in that pistol round there, really seeing those opening picks, seeing good trades by your teammates. That's going to be the key to success, at least based on what we saw on Anubis. You really need to, find those opening kills and hit your shots, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And we see CT is taking some aggression in middle. Germ grab Naffy. Germ will burn Rizian as he steps into the fire. They're Colin trading out Herbaceous. Nurse will find 2 Slimy. And bomb goes down in the middle of this, and we see a Rhino with the Zeus and Market. Actually, might be able to find one creeping up close.
Beautiful Zeus, but Germ was donated that molly kill. Let's be honest.
Just for the record, this is exactly the play I would be making. Colin not ready for it. Rhino will grab him and his MAC-10. Ooh, that's a nice little bayonet we got there. And Rhino maybe looking for another exit here, wanting to see if he can grab his team some money. Doesn't really care about the MAC-10, so not looking like anyone else wants to chase over it though. So.
Do we get to type get leadify for Zeus kills too, or is it only knife kills?
It's only knives, only knives.
Does it work in Twitch chat? Do if I just start spamming that, do I get something there?
I don't know. You seem to be a big fan of Leadify Pro here, though.
Hey, if I can get it for free, I call that a deal.
Absolutely, and yeah, Rhino here with the saved MAC-10 does remember to buy armor. Actually just drops the MAC-10. They want every advantage they'll have here, but lots of head armor buys here, and good idea. 3 MAC-10s being saved over. Let's see. It looks like T's opting to take the bomb out middle, so default spread here, even with the 3 Macs. Gonna try to grab quick mid control though. Wow, and they are fast into con at 1:40. That's not really the fight you want to be taking with a MAC-10, Kropka.
Kropka doesn't want to listen to yo.
Oh, and that's a TK with the nade, but it walks into 2 players. Germ will find one for his troubles, but yeah, that was nice hold there from the CTs. Having a couple posted up in jungle, and looks like Sav do have a response here on the first gun round. Nafi finding Nurse around the side of a ticket there. Not sure what kind of a fight that was meant to be looking for there, and now we have Colin all alone in bottom mid with the MAC-10. Doesn't look like there was too much of a coordinated plan on this round. It was just kind of bum rush into con, but yeah, CT is able to mount a good defense there.
You know, Germ needs his doubles, right? He's a good player. He needs to get his doubles, whether it's a teammate because they get in the way, or it's the enemy. He'll take these doubles wherever he can get them.
But Too Slimy, the only one in this round getting a real double kill, and able to find Colin there in the ladder room. So that will be Sav on their first win.
You know, Sav does need to make sure that they don't let Nightshades get too big for their britches right there. They need to, you know, you were getting their rifle buy coming across, not dealing with any of the MAC-10s there, so we're finally going to see this initial fight.
Looky what we have here. Colin with the best mid spawn, grabbing a scout, trying to get a little cheeky. Let's see if he can get the opening kill. That top mid smoke will pop in his way, has to peek out of the left side of the boxes. No mid smoke out yet. Lots of smokes under bottom con though. No one's peeking window. Scout won't find anything for its troubles on the early fight. Too Slimy looking for a player at Delpan. Tossing the nade up there. Knows he's stuck in there. Molly will finally get him out. Too Slimy able to grab the kill onto Nurse. No trade available either. Wisely backs up. So now we have bit of a stalemate. Bomb out middle, 2 players stuck behind the boxes, lurk on each side. Let's see how they look to group this back up after that opening pick doesn't go their way.
Yeah, definitely the slower gameplay is, you know, that response to knowing that there's rifles on the opposing side where the CTs are finally holding their own, good util coming out. But they still need to find some way to work a pick in here, some kind of entry, some kind of forcing the CTs into an uncomfortable position. So
yeah, a pick would be nice if you can grab it. Yeah, Germ gonna make his presence known here on the Palace lurk. Maybe trying to grab a rotate as the T's will just explode out a B at the same time. Herb though putting down Germ from that lurk. Rhino will grab Kropka here on the entry. Alex though grabs one, and Colin will trade out Rhino in jail, but walks right into Herb through a market window. Rizzy and Fast Up Cat able to spot where our last lonely T is here. 1v3 all to do for Alex, but no, Rizian says no.
Yeah, not much to be done there for the T's. They definitely didn't have the right setup. Germ was only able to give them so much time as he got dropped real quick, and then entering onto B when you just get dropped by Rhino basically instantly.
I think he had
not much there.
A good idea, making his presence known on the lurk, trying to see if he could maybe snag a rotate. The only thing was they also exploded out B at the exact same time, so there was no time for the CTs to even think that it could have been A.
Yeah. That is an issue that you see a lot of teams run into, is just not coordinating just right there. I think Germ also ran out a little too quick, but if he didn't go as quick as he did, his teammates would have exploded out onto B, at like before Germ was even fully seen. But I would have taken some like pot shots towards stairs or towards jungle, trying to like draw them out even more, make them think that we're trying to get some spam.
On the full eco here, looks like we've got an A pop being set up, or Palace pop more specifically, yeah. T's flooding out of Palace. Nurse able to grab Herbaceous on ticket, but we've got 2 responses here, and Rizian able to grab Nurse. Bomb will go down in the midst of the hectic chaos here, though. Now, 1 M4 recovered for the T's, and they do have CT control. This could be a little ugly, but looks like Rhino is able to grab Alex. That will thin the numbers. That should make their job a lot easier.
Spotted on sight.
Spam worst coming out here. Nappy gets the better of Germ there, and that's the rifle down. I don't even think they are able to snag. Oh no, that smoke will give him cover to snag the M4, but Nappy will just put Colin down regardless. Smoke or no smoke.
Yeah, definitely
here. And now we've got 3-2 for Sav in the lead.
Good round from the T's there, especially on that pistol save, getting all the way out, getting 2 kills onto site, really, or a kill onto site, then a kill on the back end. Really a good thing to see out of that. Just a little bit of morale boost, get the bomb down for the extra money. It's what you need, right? You need something to stabilize you after some tough losses.
Yeah, absolutely. Bomb plant on an eco, about all you can hope for. The extra kills is just a little bit of icing on the top, and yeah, it looks like Nurse will catch a leg there, I think.
Yeah, Nurse jumped, poked his head over the smoke in top mid. The leg shot rang out and cracked him for 83.
Yeah, we do have more of a default round being played here. Just 1 underpass lurk, the rest of them going mid. So actually, not really even quite a default, just kind of full out mid with the 1 underpass. But Bomb now slinking back towards
Kropka found Nafy in window though after the smoke faded.
Yeah,
so
that's a huge opening pick there, absolutely, if you're Greenhouse. Although, yeah, Nurse on the leg, still on some low HP there. Although 1 Sav player also on 17, so got to see, where they want to take this in the mid round. Looks like they're opting to go through Con, but Rizian was ready for it. Catches Colin, but Germ there has his back. Kropka will find 2 Slimy. And now we've got Bomb going down front triple. T's all over A site. Spam's coming in from Cat. Looks like it's good for Rhino. Grabs Alex to make this interesting. 2v3 though. All the Greenhouse players on low HP. It looks like Herb is patiently waiting for Rhino to catch up. Let's see if he wants to give this a go. I think they decide against it. And now, actually, they're going to hear this through jungle here. Herb falling back, but Rhino from ladder room looks like he catches that. So we'll allow the exit there for Herb. So 2 saved guns, $8,100 in the bank for Rhino. So they should have another buyout here regardless. But Greenhouse equalizing scoreboard, that's what you want to see if your T's just keep putting up those round wins.
Especially with the off recovered on Nurse's near lifeless body. That is good pickup to walk away from. Definitely saving that $5,000 is big to make sure that Colin's going to get one of these picks one of these days, or Nurse is going to keep it and try his hand.
Might be a spawn-based thing here, but yeah, absolutely. Honestly, for both sides, can't be too mad there. They got a great buy coming out here on the CT side. Lots of money still being banked over. And the T's get their round win, so this is where it'll all break open again. See who comes out on top in this one. And Germ, fast up cap, but 2 Slimy with a great flash from Herb, able to take down Germ. Kropka with the instant reply, though. And Rhino already right here looking for it, so slows the advance of the T's. They do have Cat and ladder control, looks like. Bomb trying to find its way back through T-spawn, maybe to group up with him for maybe some kind of a B hit. Alex just patiently waiting in ladder. We saw on Anubis he was the player that liked to lurk mid-house, so likes to play for this info, these slow rounds. And yeah, Kropka spotting jungle and murder hole too, even though Alex in ladder with able to get sound but not really peeking out. Now Kropka trying to draw some attention here, making lots and lots of noise on Cat, although if they're truly grouping up for the B hit, this might be giving themselves away just a little bit, but I don't think they really care. They have all the bodies here, and they're just gonna charge up Cat. Nurse coming in through the apartments on a slow lurk, and they're converging on B, and Naffy will find Alex. Alex...
Market window?
Yeah, going down to... And then Nurse will find Rhino, so... B-side cracked wide open here. Nurse able to stay up in the apartments. T's spread out. 3v3 retake attempt coming through.
Yeah, but these are your retakes on your refrag servers, right? Here's the 3-3. You guys need to find some entry point on the site right now.
Oh, and Naffy with a nice jiggle, able to find, that's Kropka. Rizian will find Nurse as well. And gets onto the bomb. Colin mollied out. They know where he is. I don't think he's going to be able to stop this one. And Herbaceous takes him out at the last second. That's not really what you want to see. I don't know if that counts as after time since the bomb had just been defused.
No, it's only on time loss that matters.
Okay, but still losing the op there. Not what you want to see. Probably with him already on the bomb. Maybe just opt to slink away through that cat smoke and keep the op, but going for it.
Opt to slink away. Hey, you're making the puns. Just saying. But another timeout coming up here for the T's. The T's on both maps seem to like their timeouts, depending on which side you're on. But definitely a good reset here, right? That's maybe you're a little disappointed in Colin. Maybe he's just trying to make something happen, get him off the bomb. You're just trying to figure out exactly what you need to do. You lost the first map, but this is yours, and you really need to make something happen here. Your T side, you've got 3. You're hoping for 5 maybe to really be
look at this scrappy
satisfied.
buy coming out. They got lots and lots of tech 9s. They do opt for some util. So is this a B pop? Fast B pop?
Ooh, Colin having a little bit of hard time with doorways.
Oh, there's walk-ins. Okay, this is a B contact. Gonna dodge the early molly, no ticks given over. Don't want to make any sound cues before necessary, but Rhino will spot Kropka. That's the go button now. Out the window with the Tech 9. Able to find Herbaceous. Looking the wrong way. Alex finds Rhino too. My goodness, he's flying into the light. Snags the op, but not an offer. And Rizian able to take him out. 3v3 retake. Where have we seen this one before? Oh, Colin, he loves this spot and kind of just getting pre-fired there through the smoke. Ooh, Naffy able to find him from the other side. Germ will take him out as a response. Rizian takes out Nurse. Germ takes out Rizian. Germ takes out Slimy. And my goodness, what a slugfest. But yeah, that's Greenhouse coming out on top of that round where they just entered with the Tech 9s, 1 Mac 10, and a lot of spunk. But they were able to get it over the line there.
Yeah, teammates worked out real well there. Left Germ in a really easy 1v1 with barely any health left on his opponent. Solid play there. Solid round overall to see good solid play. Alex getting a little over aggressive, but not too punished for it overall after a double.
Absolutely. Now looks like we might be seeing more of a default round here. Yeah, we've got the A main lurk, we've got the B lurk, 3 out middle. Let's see how they opt to take control in this round. Kropka is just gonna find one. Looks like an underpass. Yeah, found 2 Slimy who jumped out, but Rizian will trade one onto Germ from Con. And Rizian is aware that there's someone in the underpass. He's kind of stuck here. Doesn't have his smoke anymore. Not able to find one. Backing out. Kropka will take him down. That's 2 great early picks. Naffy, here's the window boost. Kropka goes down, coming through the window.
Equalizing us back to a 3v3. Importantly so with that kill right there. No damage taken. Resetting everything.
Yeah, slow down in the mid round and try to regroup.
Yeah, so far, Nightshades have really liked to come out of B on these successful last couple of rounds, and even the one unsuccessful one 2 rounds ago. But they've been liking B lately.
Rhino's aware, sees the util flooding over. Oh, and Alex, same kind of entry pathing, taking that like back site space. Finds Rhino just chilling there in the back pillar, trying to wait for his teammates. Ooh, I don't even know if Herb wants to go for this. He's basically on 1 HP. Only has an ump. Yeah, I think that's the signal to tuck tail and run. We'll find an AK for his troubles and an M4 if able to be saved. Maybe not the best spot to hang around on 1 HP. Thinks a little better of the angle, trying to see if he can find one little exit through Murder Hole. I don't know if he dies to bomb here, though. Oh, I think he's thinking about that now, too. Yeah, we'll opt to just say forget the exit and keep the gun.
It's a bit weird. I don't know. I'd like a little bit of consistency amongst our maps. You know, if Valve could just make the bomb the same size no matter what. So that way you would sort of know exactly where it was going to go, but...
I kind of get your point, but also, I don't know, the maps are shaped different, so... Like, say,
Yeah,
for something like Nuke, that doesn't necessarily work. Well, yeah, it is, but...
Okay, but Nuke's a special kind of thing. Those are concrete floors that are holding up a nuclear silo. The little tiny angry lunchbox that we put down should not go through concrete like that.
Man, bombs are scary. They go boom. Germ looking to go boom here in mid, though, but Nappy will take him out on the side of the top mid smoke. Doesn't look like they're hitting a lot of window smokes, leaving that open, trying to take the peek, and Kropka will find a response there. 4v4, Rizian fast up mid, has full mid control, the CTs do, and Kropka will find one onto Rhino. Looks like he was getting antsy, pushing through B apps. So yeah, CT's taking a lot of early control, pushing through B, pushing up mid. They do have map space, but they are down a man for it. T's looking to regroup towards A for an A hit.
Yeah, they're not finding success most of the time in their early looks, especially Rhino has been getting caught out more and more. He was getting caught out A main on the CT side, now he's getting caught out on B or wherever he's looking, which isn't good. Yes, it's good if you get that kill, but it's high risk, high reward.
Oh my goodness, Alex with the spam onto Rizian, laser beams him through jungle. Oh, but not ready for Herb on that little stairs gap in the smoke. They didn't actually throw a stairs smoke, so jungle smoke leaving a gap there, and Herb able to capitalize now. 2v3 in the retake. This is still going to be tough for the CTs. So you got one, one con, one jungle. 3 Ts to find. No kit on either one. This might just be worth backing off before they lose everything here. Too slimy, though. We'll take out Kropka. Nurse with the trade. 1v2. Herb knows he has no kit. Finally decides to give it up. Yeah, I think maybe if they realized that earlier, no kit could have saved the extra gun there. And Colin trying to live, but also a little bit on the hunt there. Finds nothing, but that's another round here for Greenhouse, up 6-4.
I mean, and this is now turned from an okay round for Nightshade into a great round. Getting 6 already, T-side Mirage. That is, you'll take that every day of the week. You know,
Absolutely.
6 looking at a good chance at 7, right? You know, not a complete buy from the Cheetahs
awkward.
here.
Herb has 2,900, but on an MP9. Not sure what's the thought process there. Oh, and Colin finds Naffy going for the drop to underpass, it looks like.
Yeah. And there was no use.
Stuttered on the window, so I don't think he was going for catch jump. Looked like he was trying to fall out to underpass. But yeah, when they just instant swing mid, that's a very risky play to go for. Nurse has the bomb, looking to boost one up into the window smoke. This looks to be taking A control. They have the Palace lurk. Germ already through jungle. Gets spotted though by Too Slimy and Market taking out Germ, but Kropka looking to see if he can maybe find Rhino. Kind of staring each other down unknowingly.
Ships in the day as opposed to ships in the night.
Checking all of his angles. Molly will go out, and Rhino pops up and finds 2. Grabs Nurse and Kropka. The late B hit gonna be shut down early by Rhino. I don't even know if you still want to go for this. Colin trying to recover bomb, trying to slink his way up towards the balcony. The bomb is stranded a little bit far out.
You know,
This
I
might
was
just
just saying
be where you save for last here.
Yeah, I just gotta say thank you to Rhino there, finally pausing the aggression, staying in a cheeky little spot, and just getting rewarded for it.
Makes a lot of noise, trying to take the space to go back. I don't even think they have time to double back to A. I'm not really sure. I think this is just over. Yeah, Rizian will grab Alex there, and Colin's feeling a little boxed in here. It might be worth it. Yeah, CT is going to try to grab this off of him. Well, actually, he will get the bomb down, so that's something, but he has a 1v3. He has to manage all by himself. Has no idea where anyone got off to. Spots one on Cat. Zwiffin. Out of bullets onto the Tech 9 here. Stuck at bench, everyone looking straight at him. Rizian pops him through the bench. Good on him to get the bomb down, but not sure if that's worth the op loss.
He had 7,100. I was gonna say that if Colin was really feeling himself, he could do that 1v3, but he was not feeling himself enough, I think would be the best way to say that.
Yeah, absolutely. A couple of miss op shots, a little bit of panic coming out there. You could feel the CTs constricting, getting closer, and the panic rising as he takes the more rapid shots.
This round right now is probably more important than the next round's pistol. Because if this is 6-6, pistol becomes who takes the 8-6 lead. And if this is lost, it's just back to a tie game then. So it's really going to be critical for Cheetahs to come out here and do the same thing they did last round to really put the pressure.
And Rhino on and op will grab Kropka on the B-Lurk, it looks like. So not really going for an aggressive push, but does switch something up by buying an op and finds the lurker. They have consistently had a B-Lurk going into B apartments, not just going underpass. And I think they finally realized that, so Rhino takes the opportunity to buy an op and shut that down. Germ looks to be coming out A, though. Herbaceous will grab Nurse through a smoke off screen, and got two T's kind of stuck in no man's land and sandwich here. Rizian grabs Colin. Alex will grab Rizian. Still no stair smoke. Not sure why that's not really a part of their execute here. Nafi grabs Alex. 1v4 here, all to do for our lonely T on A ramp. Gonna be smoked off is Germ. Bomb, I think it's planted for him, but I mean, 4 people to find is tough. We'll find one onto Nafi, and surprised he even got that. Herbaceous quick trade though.
So just to give credit,
good for Sav. 6-6.
Rhino was on the recovered op, Colin's op right there, so we didn't buy it just to clear that little bit of nature up. But
gotcha.
Absolutely,
but they do still opt to give it to the B anchor. That's an interesting choice.
Oh yeah, no, super weird. But with Rhino getting into that that bumper glitch spot, where you can stand up and still see it, that gives you that nice look at a weird spot with your head being glitched up. As a quick update right now, Nan in our recruit final is at least leading in map 2, 7-5, and OS is leading HG 10-6 in map 2, and they are up 1-0 right now, so that could be ending pretty soon. But now this pistol round becomes everything. If whoever comes out on this takes that 8-6 lead, and that could steamroll, especially on CT side.
2 pairs of dualies. 4 guns is better than 2, and triple B. Let's see. Looks like another just straight out A for the T side. Nafi onto Tetris already. Fighting the player at default finally finds the head of Germ. And
Dualies did not help.
Team's still allergic to the stair smoke. Only a jungle smoke going out on these execs. It's very, very strange to see. Kropka finds 2 slimy. Nafi will find Nurse. Kropka finds Rizian. Herbaceous onto Alex. Trades are flying. We find ourselves 2v3. Colin with the dualies able to find Nafi. 2v2 now. They do have a kit on the CT side. Colin able to find another one, and Tetris finds Herb. And they do find Rhino, the last man standing. He's got the molly available, but he was not ready for them to have that kit. They just stick it, and that's a round win there.
You know, I gotta say, this is why I stopped buying dualies for you. You get killed on sight right away. You promise me 4 and get me none. You know, Germ, that's not really acceptable when you got dualies there.
Feast or famine. You get 4 and you get none, and Colin made it work there for his team, able to get the retake going with those dualies, you know, able to find 2 important, crucial kills there, and then Rhino stuck all alone in that 1v2, a little too slow on the molly, because the kit just ended the round before he had a chance to even make it happen.
He got the consolation molly kill at the end, though.
Did as well, but yeah, not what you want to see going down pistol round, but they, with all those kills they got and the bomb plant, opt to force it right back, so looking for some pace here on Cat is Rizian with the Mac 10. Germ smoked off in Con, not able to see much of anything.
Yeah, that bomb plant makes this crucial because now we've got the force up on both sides.
But it looks like Greenhouse coming out a little better on the weapon side, but Herbaceous able to find the opening pick onto Germ, so that's going to be massive.
Nurse should have a free kill here if Herb does swing around this corner.
Oh, but he's giving up his position by shooting at the person in Con. Colin finding Rizian. Now Naffy aware. Oh, Rhino with the 1D off screen onto Kropka, but Colin trades Rhino immediately from jungle, and we find ourselves again in a 3v3. T's lurking their way through Con with the bomb. We do still have this B player. Looks like they're fast up underpass. Yeah, Colin finds Herb. Naffy will trade him out. Alex finding Naffy now. 2v1 for the CTs. Yeah, that 3v3 had disintegrated quickly. Too Slimy has the bomb. Not a lot of time. Trying to find one quick pick. Looks like he's going to find both CTs standing kind of on top of each other. Not able to make it happen there, though. And that will be Sav going down another round there in the Force Wars. So Greenhouse taking the better of that. Now it's eco time.
Yeah, if he had been a little more patient there, like looked around, you know, just did his jiggle peeks, I think that ends better for him. Because yeah, when you swing around into two players staring at you, it's so tough to make those happen, especially on a Galil.
Yeah, he was low on time, feeling the pressure, but yeah, that was a little odd positioning. They were kind of basically on top of each other, but my god, Naffy with the disgusting 1D onto Germ.
You know, that bullet must have had extra damage passing through those flames that fast. Damn.
That bullet was on fire, and we got Alex doing a little bit of a jump spot here with the smoke. He's gonna find himself some T's up in the apartments. They don't.
Is that like finding rats? You just don't want to go
off of getting spotted there, and that kind of will take all the wind out of their sails because now CT is aware of their positioning. They definitely don't have any map space anywhere else. Backing out is going to be tough here, but looks like Naffy trying to lurk it out up top mid with a deagle. Let's see if he wants to try to find a pick on any CTs getting curious. Herbaceous push through underpass. They're going to try to link up here in mid. Alex back to his jump spot, refreshed with another smoke from his teammate. Now they will start to hear the rumblings of the T's. Nurse finding Rizian. They hear the deagles ringing out. Now T's kind of stuck in place, and another nade kill. This is just explosions all over the place.
Explosion, fire, cool stuff.
Yeah, just don't look at it, right?
No, cool guys never look at explosions.
Exactly. Yeah, so Nurse's position in ladder has been spotted out. Oh, I thought they were aware of that, but he will grab a freebie onto Rhino. Looking the wrong way. Too Slimy will find Colin. Oh, and the spam doesn't go his way. Naffy down to Kropka. Kropka grabs Too Slimy and will find the defuse. So that's Greenhouse extending the lead there on that eco. Good job by Sav to get the bomb down, though. Should afford them a full buy now.
Do we have 3 plants this half? Have we planted every round now?
You know?
No,
I think
we didn't get the second.
Oh, the second one, yeah.
I was gonna say, because it's felt pretty consistent, but yeah, so that bomb, super important to get down, assuming Naffy is gonna buy here? Yes? Maybe? Okay. Chit-chat maybe about whether or not he gets the op.
Yeah, unbeknownst to whoever it was, alone in the last, or the second round, when he swung into the 2 CTs, he probably could have gotten a plant off, like maybe front triple or something, but he had no idea where those CTs were, so.
That's what it was, yeah.
Yeah, not able to snag the plant on that one. We'll have Naffy posted up on stairs here with the op. It looks like Kropka's just going to walk his way out, though. Slow clearing. I don't think anyone's aware that he has all of this info. Rhino now up in the palace, worried about him being close in that corner. Jungle spotting palace too. Now makes his presence known. Rizian will molly under Valk. Kropka stuck alone on site and swings into that Tetris. Rizian will put him down. Hey, look, they threw a stairs smoke. And Too Slimy finds Nurse through the smoke. smoke's finally fading. Bomb will go down. Sav, 5v3 for the first time this half. They have the advantage, and it looks like Greenhouse might be looking for an early save. They do have the op, but Alex, trying to get curious around the edge of the smoke, will go down for his troubles. Now they definitely are calling the save. That's an unfortunate death, honestly. I think they could have easily had a full buy if you kept that. But now someone might have to pull the short straw and be on an MP9 next round.
Definitely unfortunate, but you know, it's one of those rounds. You're up 9-6. You really want to keep the pressure on. You're trying to make sure that. I think.
And Colin, and Rhino will find Colin at the last second. That's op down. That is devastating. I get your point, but I think, you know, going to look for it when your other two teammates aren't engaged. It's not like they're all on the same page, so that's kind of just a solo hero play there. Has no backup.
That's where it's wrong. But I think if all three were looking at it, if all three were thinking the same thing about maybe...
Yeah, but then that means they're still going for the round. But yeah, it was just one man, one dream.
What you're looking for, right? Like, it's 3v4. Like, if you find the one, then it's a 3v3. It's sort of doable. You've got a kit. You could really think about, like, because if you get 10 there, you break...
Oh my goodness, yeah, Colin peeking into 3 Ts there. Finds Naffy, amazingly enough, but Herbaceous quick with the trade.
Unnerf my MP9. He gets all 3 there with the old MP9.
I think he might have went a little too wide there for that, but yeah. Definitely harder to multi-frag now with the increased recoil. Oh my god, 2 stair smokes in a row. Are we onto something here, chat?
I think they found a new meta. Something that pros are going to have to try here. Smoking a place where a CT could be.
I don't know if that was jungle smoke or a CT lurk smoke, but yeah, a little puffy. Now we got 2 CTs coming from main on the retake. Op found here by Kropka. Yeah. Oh, but my goodness, Slimy was looking for that, but Kropka puts him down.
Kropka takes a shot to the face from somewhere.
He will. Rizian trades Germ. Alex trades Herb, and looks like Nurse grabs Rizian, and looks like Kropka will find Rhino. Time's a ticking. Is he on it with a kit?
He's definitely on it before time started, so he should be fine.
Oh, it's close! Yeah, he was on it with no kit, but yeah, definitely down to the wire there. Alex does grab the defuse, and that's keeping Greenhouse in the lead.
That is a round I did not expect Nightshades to come away with.
That was a real heck of a retake there.
Yeah, just everything going right. Kropka really opening it up by getting that quick scope onto Slimy and A main. That
was
really
dirty, not an opper,
me.
by the way. Yeah, he's not the team's opper.
I feel like I've heard you say that before, not an opper, but I can't remember.
Yeah,
where.
that's the line I use for me when I get an op kill. You know, it just kind of rubs it in a little bit more. Rizian looking for a little information. Top mid will be the only one to spot anything. CT's getting full mid control, burning a lot of util to do it. Now Rizian gets curious at the person spamming the smoke cat, but Germ will put him down from up close, and that's the opener found for Greenhouse.
Yeah, Germ definitely doubling up there in mid, making sure that the damage is where it needs to be.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that support.
Good to support your teammates there when they're doing something aggressive like that, and they definitely had each other's backs. Now let's see what the T's opt to do. Bomb slinking its way back to A main. The B-Lurk giving up his spot. Oh, but Germ finds Rhino. Was he lurking out Palace a little too early there?
Probably.
I think he found his way down on the site, it looks like. That's an awkward death going ahead of the pack there. If you're the Palace Lurk, I'm not sure you necessarily want to be doing that, but they are committed to this A play nevertheless. Oh, Herb finds a nade kill onto Colin. Germ, though, will double up onto Slimy and Herb. Naffy trades Germ, but Nurse will put down Naffy. So yeah, no hope there in that round. Yeah, not sure what the fumble was with the... I know it's the sub, but going ahead of the pack on the lurk play, not a little disjointed there.
Yeah, definitely an unfortunate situation, and now 11-7, you're forcing your last buy here before your opponents get to 12. Something of note before we get going here, Elite Finals have ended. OS has taken it 2-0 over the Headhunters Guild, 13-8, 13-7. And we should see some hopefully lovely players come join us here from that match. And if you were there watching OS dominate, we got a close one here in map 2 with Nightshades down one map and leading here.
Yeah, excellent to see them putting that one away quickly. Yeah, now too slimy, grabbing Nurse, quick headshot. Oh, Rhino, it looks like, was that the lurk
shot from Palace? Yeah.
I think so. Finds one in the jungle onto Germ, so not entering out onto site this time, but regardless, finds a pick, finds some impact with a lurking op.
Yeah, you know, that's what he was probably looking to do in the previous round, just timing didn't quite line up with where everyone was.
Absolutely. Now Alex is up in the apartments. They will chuck a nade his way, which lands perfectly. Not sure if they heard him step or just had a feeling, but Colin puts down Naffy, Rizzy, and will take down Alex. Rhino again with the op from the heavens finds Colin. Now, after all of these trades go the way that they go, Sav 4-1 up, Kropka last man alive, might be able to find himself keeping that AK if he doesn't get too over curious here.
You know, these are 2 rounds that went the opposite ways that I really thought they were going to go. I thought that Cheetahs was still pretty strong in the I guess 18th round. We're in the 19th one now, and now in the 19th round, it looked really heavily favored for the Nightshades to close this one out.
Slimy, you need to get away from that bomb. Oh,
Slimy knows what's up. He knows how to play this.
Yeah, calculated, knows the bomb radius. He's a knower, chat.
Super important rounds coming up here, because now this 11-8, both teams are left basically on their last buy.
I think
you could see a solid...
Sav could definitely eke out a buy, especially if they get a bomb plant. But yeah, CTs, if they do lose this one, absolutely would break them. Actually, they're not going to force into this one, so it looks like they're almost opting to give it over to Sav just to have a healthier buy. Try to get them onto the 12th, so yeah, they won't make anything of it. Just kind of a 2k buy. Bunch of upgraded pistols around that saved AK. And it looks like A-Stack trying to get some control there. CT is gambling the wrong way, though, as the T's just bypass him running up Cat. Rhino will find Germ. Rhino will find Nurse. Double entry with the Tech 9.
You know, I asked you last map, you know, do you fight at 11? Or...
Getting spammed at. The awkward fight there. Rhino finds 3 with the Tech 9 when he has the op. Not sure... Everything is, you know, our expectations are just being blown out here, sorry. And the 4th one will go down, and look, all alone is Kropka with the AK. Don't know if he can save it this time. He's kind of being pinched in here. Oh, and they will check him. Kropka able to find Naffy. He's got eyes on him still. He's scoped in if he walks a little too far. Oh, and they found him once again. Too slimy. Will put him down. No saved AK. But yeah, your question?
Well, this is the big question, right? It's like, when do you start saving on 11? Do you know exactly what you need to do? Because at this point, right, you're 11-8. You can easily give up 9 and get going.
Oh, so, yeah, when you're ahead like that. But if you were behind and you were, like, opting to save before letting them get 12, that's a different story.
Well, yeah, I was saying it's those save questions, right? It's when can you... When are you comfortable giving up a round? Because now 11-9, T's have banked a lot of money, so you know that even if you win one, you know the T's are coming back on a full buy. But if you force on that last one, you got a real shot of maybe not fully breaking the economy, right? You said with a bomb plant, there's definitely the possibility that money is solid. But without the bomb plant, you could break the economy had you forced there. But you chose not to. Now the T's are secure for probably the last rounds that we play up to here, at least to a tie game, right? This could go 11-11 and the T's would never have to buy. When
you're in the lead, you're definitely more willing to give up those rounds. If you're behind and you're, you know, getting it to the race to 12, I think you you want to do everything you can to delay that. But if you're ahead, you can give up one. It's not the end of the world. Colin, though, will find one through the edge of the smoke onto Rizian. Doesn't even look like smoke's really covering him. Yeah, I think that's failed window smoke.
I mean, you say give up one, but one becomes two really quickly. Two becomes a tie game, and all of a sudden, no, you're left questioning what happened.
Depending on how close the spread was, for sure. But yeah, that's a nice opener by Colin. Sav going down one man early, will opt to walk it up through the B apartments, trying to find this contact play. Alex, the lone defender here, in the back of B site. CT's not really offering him any help, not really even aware of this gap, because they have all of mid control. They have A, but they don't have info about A main. So yeah, util starts raining in. They will be probably fast back up here from Cat. Yeah, Alex just doing his best to live, able to grab one onto Herb, will go down for Naffy. Germ will take Slimy out. Naffy stuck bench with the bomb. This is getting awkward. Rhino finds Germ. Rhino finds Colin. Nurse will find Naffy, though. Bomb down at bench. 1v2 for the sub with the op. Off roll, off team. All to do.
You know, this Apps Lurk is going to come up big if it's timed just right, as the Cat player is the main focus right now.
Honestly, if I'm Rhino here, I would rather have that AK, but doesn't really matter anyways. Gets the plant into the empty pillar, but opts to stick around on top of the bomb, and they are able to quickly collapse on him.
Well, that nade almost gave him the opportunity to escape under cover, but Krapka able to really hunt him down once that faded.
Yeah, and we've got a different story here this time. Greenhouse on match point 12-9. If they were able to close it here, it'd be a mirror image of the score from map 1, so let's see if they can get it done here. It would be winning their own picks respectively, not winning each other's picks, so let's see if Greenhouse can get it over the line.
You know, it's going to be really interesting if Cheetahs can recover from this, right? They've been playing down for most of this map, but they were able to bring back a tie in the first half, and now the pressure's on again. We saw that Nightshades didn't really respond well to pressure. They definitely folded. We had that 13-9 finish, and second half was close, but the first half wasn't. So you're left in that same spot where now the second half hasn't been close at all. So Cheetahs really gotta wake up, you know, smell the coffee, come out strong.
Yeah, for sure, and my goodness, we've got Rhino finding another opener onto Germ. This time from, looks like jungle, so they've just full-on accepted their fate and let him at it with the off. Or not from jungle, excuse me.
You know, yeah, let's give Rhino credit there, getting the opening off shot, reading that Krapka was going to be under Palace, hits the nade, then hits the
finds another one
teammate.
Onto Nurse, and this is going south quickly. Sav able to salvage one, looks like here. TTs with their limited money will want to slink away, try to save that op. They are being noisy about it though. Rizian on their trail.
You know, Rhino's just said, I'm fed up with this. I'm going to finally activate. I'm going to
and Colin not able to hit the duck shot onto Rizian there.
Rhino's just putting this team on his back right now and just making sure this happened. Naffy should have caught that.
The hunt is on, though. He definitely saw it. He should have seen it? It doesn't look like he's aware.
He wants to make sure that the other guy doesn't pinch him in the wrong way. Rhino's coming in here. He's getting aggressive. He's
and Colin will land one onto him right in the dome, although doesn't really matter. You know, Rhino, as you said, put them on his back that round, able to find the opener, find a second, and that's a round win for Sav. So we've got 12-10, we've got CTs on some broken money, and oddly enough, it's the T's taking a timeout, trying to get everything on the same page, figure out what they want to do here.
Well, yeah, Rhino, because he gave up that op, is poor enough on his own where he did not have full util and did not have his trusty Tech 9 with him. So that quick pause reevaluates a little bit of money. Money now not quite as good as it could have been.
Yeah, they spread it out a little bit more there.
Yeah, that extra 5K that needs to get dropped to Rhino does make this a tougher buy than you would want it to be. If Rhino had like dropped off that op, or if someone else with an AK had gone looking for it, you'd be in a much better spot as Tees.
I think it's still worth the hunt, yeah, but it just positioning-wise, no one else was close enough unless it was, I believe, Naffy from Cap, but he slowed his roll a little bit there once that smoke went down, didn't want to give over anything on his end, so just the lone player and Rhino going for the hunt from the backside, not able to turn up with anything, but if he could have taken that op away, it would have been huge. They would have basically nothing to play with here in CT side.
Now, yeah, no. If you get that, you're great. But overall,
yeah, saved rifle, no big deal. Saved op and saved rifle. They could make something of this.
And then just to point this out now, we are seeing a counter-terrorist timeout right after the terrorists take one. So both sides thinking they need the extra, 15, 30 seconds to get everything situated for what they're going to do, because Nightshade's planning for 12-11 fight, and yeah, the T's are in that same way, expecting this one to be, they're trying to figure out whether, do you buy here, right? Do you give your opponents 11, or do you fight to prevent them from getting to 11?
Oh, Nurse able to find opener onto Naffy with just a P2. Rhino, though, will grab Colin.
Again.
My goodness.
Opener.
Yeah, look at him. Look at him go. Maybe that's his true calling. Oh my god. And his trusty Tech 9 by his side, able to grab Germ, but Kropka will finally put him down. That's an op, recovered 2 ops and an 2 AKs now, swapping over. 3v3 as we head into the mid-round here. What are they looking for? Well, I can tell you Herb was looking for a Nurse as he comes running into Murder Hole. Rizian will find Alex, and suddenly Sav turn the 3v3 into a 3v1. Kropka, again, just gonna opt to slink away, keep the gun. Nothing for him to do here, just trying to keep the money up. Having that one saved rifle could be the difference in the round, making the difference between if they could snag the win versus taking it to OT. Not the way they'd want that to go.
No, OT would be a depressing way for this to end. Up 3 rounds on that 12-9 setup, and you just can't close any of them out. But this was your save, right? You only kept your 2 carried over rifles. They didn't support anything there. And saving this AK again, right? Best thing they could save here, short of the op.
Yeah, absolutely. And Alex, only Alex has enough for op, but I don't think he wants to go glass op, so probably not going to see it here out of Greenhouse. Just going to have to make do with the rifles this time.
And all of these rounds have really come on the back of Rhino of late. So, yes, this is
fantastic on the op openers.
But this isn't a fantastic buy out of Nightshades. So Rhino's going to need to make sure that he's not overextending himself too much because he's been on such a roll, right? This is this critical moment where 0 mistakes can be made. You need to force overtime, reset everything, and get your side, get your momentum back, right? Get your energy back.
It doesn't look like they are overextending. Having Rhino looks like he's posted up in Palace, gonna creep it up now, trying to find that op opener lurking. Rizian, though, will find 2 from middle. My goodness, some crazy shots there onto Germ and Colin. Rips their head off. CT's getting curious in mid, trying to find the info, and that might just make it game over.
Yeah, as I say, that Rhino and the T's need to make sure they don't extend. The CTs overextend, unready, not ready for the fight at top mid, and not only not ready for it, but double being dropped off given the 5v3 advantage.
They have to go for it, but yeah, Kropka finding Slimy helps it out a little bit, but Rhino up in the Palace will find 1 on 2, it looks like Alex, so 2v4 now. Rhino able to find Kropka. This gets a lot harder if you're Nurse. 1v4 coming through a smoke you're known about. And Rizian takes it out onto Nurse, able to grab his 3rd of the round. Beautiful double entry there from the lower mid lurk. And that's saving it for Sav, dragging it into overtime.
Rhino ends with 26 kills in regulation. The only one above 20. And at least 6 of those came in the last 3 rounds, if not more, as Rhino just turned it on to really help his team. That might even be 7 or 8 kills in the last 3 rounds, because Rhino has just been absolutely on fire, unable to be stopped.
Yeah,
And
he definitely wants to get involved. You could see, you know, earlier on he was trying to find those openers on the solo pushes, not finding success on that. So he says, you know, what if I just had an op?
yeah, and you know it works, but now Nightshade really needs to pause and reevaluate their situation with what they're doing, because each of the different things
And
that they have
Germ
tried,
doing the same thing from the last round, supported by teammates this time, but Rizian still ready for it. Grabs the head. Nurse will find 2 though onto Rizian and Naffy, and Colin will take out Herb. And Colin grabs a second onto 2 Slimy. Rhino from the heavens again in Palace, finding Kropka, but you know 1v3. This is going to be a tall task for him. Doesn't even have bomb. It's stranded on site. He's opting to stand in the molly, unfortunately.
well, you know, trying to bait them out on the molly hits, thinking he's gonna run forward.
They
holds
already
his
knew he was
position.
up there, but yeah.
Yeah, but you swing, right? You throw the molly thinking he's gonna walk out onto site, you know, get pressed, and you're hoping to catch somebody peeking for you.
Yeah. You know, just with money being how it is, it wouldn't be a horrible save. It would be a long save, but not a horrible one. So don't really see the odds going in his favor. Yeah, just trying to wing an entry through a smoke with a flash, but not able to find it. Nurse will put him down. Triple kill for Nurse that round.
Would have loved to have seen the trusty Tech 9 out there just to.
Yeah, that might have been
just to
a
have a
little,
shot.
a little bit better odds.
Yeah, just something to see him try for more than just like recovering the bomb and running away, because now he's going to be out of money, right?
Yeah, now
Rhino
he's
is
full bot down again
4.
with the op, so all on $0. So if they don't find any success here, probably no op coming out again.
Yeah, you think?
Unless one of his teammates decides to sacrifice Util, but yeah, Rizian will find the opener onto Kropka with a nice flash from Herb. 2 Slimy, finding his way up Cat quickly, but teammate mollied him off, unfortunately. I think he was trying to get that into ladder, didn't quite land. Slows his roll, able to work his way into ladder. On the lurk is 2 Slimy. Window smoked off, not able to see much, but we've seen this before where they just get planted in here, try to listen for rotates, slow the round down. Naffy working his way through a smoke as well. Let's see, 1 posted up on ticket, it's Colin. Grabs vision of 1 bottom con, but Nurse puts down Rizian and 2 Slimy. Now T's just opting to take it out B fast. Rhino with that crucial kill onto Nurse will open up the B site, and Herb finds Alex sticking around back site. Pop plant for Cat going down, has support from a teammate on Cat.
This has gone from a 3v4 and a rough push onto B side into a 3v2 with all advantage for the T's. If they don't walk into Colin's crosshairs right now, I'm not sure that the CTs have a chance to come back in this one.
Yeah, that was a crucial double entry there, and Rhino finding Colin. Yeah, 2 nice kills to crack open B site, as it was Rhino. And Germ finds Rhino finally on the nade, but Naffy will put Germ down, so that's Sav again walking out with the round win. Someone should be generous enough to donate Rhino an op. Couldn't afford one of his own, but he's been having some major impact with it.
Rhino does have the op right now. He was donating.
Yeah, I dropped it. Yeah,
within
absolutely.
the last couple of rounds, Muffin Bakery over in our Twitch chat has said, we're gonna need to drug test Rhino after this match. That might be true. He might be. He is on something tonight, legal or illegal. Doesn't matter. He should definitely do it again.
Yeah, check everything. Check him PC. Check his piss. Check his PC. Word.exe. You know.
Snapchat. That Snapchat that he's got going on. Something.
Yeah, something. Misses the shot there though. Rare miss out of him. Opts to just give over the Palace space. And Rizian stuck behind boxes. Kropka pushing in. Kropka finds 2 on 2 Slimy again. We've seen this play. You know, CTs love just running it up mid, getting that control. It does go their way this time. I don't think that, yeah, they didn't have anyone ready posted down in this lower region. Naffy was kind of stuck up on TV room, so no trades coming out. Just Sav going down 2 early picks. Still opting to force it out mid.
Unfortunately, Rhino's been dancing behind the
Molly's-
back right now. Hasn't had a chance to really get an opener or to get a pick or to isolate a fight. Germ could be the first one to have that happen to here.
Oh, and Germ. Oh my god, what a transfer. Germ, nasty double headshot onto Rhino and Herb, but Nafi answers back onto Germ and Nurse. 2 nice kills out of Nafi, but my goodness, what a transfer from Germ there. Nafi, 1v3, 30 seconds. Is he gonna look for this?
I mean, he's walking into the tough site, but the footsteps may be the call out that he's heading back
Yeah.
in. Looks like if he walks,
I don't think they could have
could?
heard him from there, but he's going to meet some early resistance here. 19 seconds. If he gets this, it's doable, but Kropka ready for it.
getting it would be the hard part there.
There was a world where he could have just one-tapped him if he was ready for the peak, but yeah, Kropka ahead of the game there. Takes
But
him out.
Let's call it what it is. Rhino was not put in a spot to excel, to get an opener, to get a lurk frag with the op.
Actually,
And-
counterpoint to you there, he was posted up in Palace. He saw the shoulder of the CT jiggling him. He just missed the shot there, so if he could have gotten that opening kill, things that round could have looked a lot different.
Things probably would have looked a lot different. That truly probably would have made the difference, because then after that, by the time he got into mid, he's just dancing behind everybody with barely anything to do, and finally seeing real success out of that mid push by the CTs makes all the difference right there, because that has failed them far too often, with Germ going up there, getting none, and then getting one on the second one, up until Kropka getting a double to entry.
Absolutely, and now Sav, who drug it over the line to get it into OT, only able to put up 1 on their T side. Now have to completely win out if they want to get this done in OT1. Need 2 to drag it at least to an OT2. Let's see if they got it in them. Nafi taking some early damage here at the stairs position with the op, just eating lots and lots of util. Germ almost dry on the util, but he has severely impacted Nafi there and his HP. T's entering out. Oh, they're getting stuck in the Tetris trap. Herbaceous finds Alex. Nurse trading. Herbaceous trades. Nurse finds 1. Rizian will find Nurse. 2. Slimy finds Kropka. And Rizian with a spray through the smoke finds Germ's head. And that will be Sav just answering right back on CT side now.
Well, hey, you're asking for them to post up 3 to end this in single overtime. They heard you. They're giving you what you want.
Absolutely, that's a great way to start it out. Those were some nice kills. Lots and lots of trades coming through quickly, and the final kill, just nice little spam lineup there for the headshot.
And just to remind everybody, Cheetahs did take the opening map here. This is Nightshade's pick, so this is all on them to even bring us to a map 3 right now, as they couldn't even close this match out in regulation. Now they're left with needing to go back-to-back in order to win and force just a map 3.
Correct, you are all tied up here. Whoever gets this next one will have a big momentum shift, a big dollar-wise shift as well. Especially if it's Sav, you know, the T side will just be pretty flat broken, out of luck here. So Greenhouse really needs a miracle right now, and they're getting it with Nurse finding opener onto Rizian. Nurse opting to resmoke the window. Let's see if they're opting to split A or B here. Germ lurked up into top con, making some noise, and then slowly falling away. Bomb hasn't really decided where it wants to go. Looks like it's inching towards A. Kropka just giving away lots of sound cues, letting him know loud and proud that he's in ladder, but Nafi's going to find Colin before anything can really get started here. Yeah, once again, Palace players coming out ahead of everybody, finding the op. 2 Slimy drops Alex, drops the bomb. Now 3 T's kind of just looking confused in jungle here. Not really sure where to go, what to do. They know they got to cross the op if they want that bomb back. Opts to swing jungle into CT instead. Nurse finds the headshot onto Rhino. 2 Slimy will trade Germ. 20 seconds now, time getting low. 2 Slimy finds a double. Kropka finds Nafi. Kropka will get bomb plant. Molly coming in on top of him. Lots of util flying. Able to find the headshot. My god, that's a disgusting shot. Finds Slimy just slow walking out past stairs 1v1. I think he's aware of where this other CT is, but Herb just had the health advantage there. Herb finds Kropka, and that will be Sav going up onto match point.
Yeah, total map and match point right here. Rhino definitely getting a little unlucky in CT there, getting caught with his nade out, just trying to pop it into murder hole. Luckily, did not come to pass to make any difference there as his teammates are able to secure it. But now back against the wall, Nightshades for the second time now, down 12-9 in the first one, unable to close it out here, unable to close out their own 12-9 to end regulation, and now down 14-15. Need this one just to secure overtime 2. I don't know. I'm not feeling it out of Nightshades tonight. They really just only showed up for about half of each of these 2 maps that we've played. I'm not sure that they wanted enough. Definitely Rhino's playing like he wants to be a full-time player here. He's doing all of the work that he can.
Yeah, looking at the scoreboard there as we had it pulled up, just not a lot of impact out of Colin. The Opera on Greenhouse, got to call him out here a little bit. You know, Op should be going off on Mirage a little bit. Rhino showing you how it's done, but Colin just not able to find the same impact. But they get one more crack at it. This is for OT2. Let's see if Greenhouse can get it done.
I mean, abandoning mid, I think, would be a good start to their strategy here. And you really need to find some other way to make your presence felt, to get something going on in each of these.
Yeah, I think
bomb
noticeably
sites.
on their T side, they really haven't had the same lurks like Rhino was lurking Palace a lot. I don't even think they have an A lurk. Yeah, they're just basically full in mid. So not able to integrate that into their strategy as well. Yeah, just a firing squad through the smoke here, but they're able to hear all of that. Too Slimy. We'll find Alex, Nurse will trade Too Slimy, so equalized on the opener. And T's booking it towards B, but Rhino finds Colin ahead of the pack. Not able to be traded out either. Gets to just walk it out, but Kropka finally finds him grab walking on the awkward timing. Germ finds Rizian. 2v2 now. Bomb just about to go down. Smoked off fully in market, but I think he wants to get ahead of this. They have no idea where they're at. Herbaceous finds Kropka. Germ finds Herbaceous. Naffy will take Germ down, and that will be Sav closing this out in OT.
Man, another 2-0 in our maps tonight. Elite Final ends 2-0 for OS. And Tendy Semis here ends 2-0 in, a pretty back and forth match on this map, at least, considering our first one was a little one-sided. Are you sure that the Cheetahs were the better team, today?
Today? Yes. Overall? I don't know, but the sub star power coming out from Rhino there, able to find massive impact with the op there on Mirage.
Well, that's what I'm
Able to
saying. Like,
help them get it over the line there.
Was Sav better? Was Sav the better team tonight? Basically, did Sav win or did Nightshades lose?
I mean, it's an
more in
interesting
this
question
one?
because you do have the sub coming in and doing sub things, finding op impact, but they were also down in IGL, so take your pick on what's better, what's worse.
Well, down in IGL, I want to give Herb some credit, right? He has had IGL experience in the past. I don't think he's here going in blind, especially if they knew that Chef was going to be out, right? If they were prepared for all of this, then they had some time to get Herb ready to go, get him situated with what he needs in order to be successful. As a quick side note, Nan did pull out map 2 against Frog. That is, I believe, going to be on A stream right now as we're wrapping up here. That is B stream. That is B stream for us. That is CSC B. They're into their map 3, and Nan is now up 6-0 on Mirage over FRG, and that again is recruit finals over on B stream.
Yeah, no, absolutely, but just missing one of the core pieces of your team. Definitely, you will feel the impact. Sub star power can only make up for so much sometimes. Sometimes not enough to get it over the line. But Sav able to pull it out here, so they will punch their ticket to the finals. Not sure how the other 10D match went. Do we have any update on who they'll be facing?
They got started late, I believe. Oh, yeah, late, I believe, because it looks like it is ACA versus Big Slime, and ACA won map one. I don't know where that was or who picked it, but they're about to start onto Inferno. If I'm
Okay,
looking at
awesome.
that in 10D correctly, and I think I am.
So yeah, Sav will be facing the winner of that game, whether it be ACA or Big Slime. But
Yeah, but right now I do. Yeah, it's sort of the point that I'm making that although Sav won today, I don't think you can rely on grabbing Rhino again and Rhino performing as well as he did tonight, especially dropping. He was 29 through 29 rounds. He was on a one kill per round going into the last. So no matter what he did, he had a fantastic showing through 30 and really helped the team close it out, helped them stay alive in regulation, helped them close it out in overtime. So Sav needs to come up with some plan, either keeping Chef around, whether they can get a what's the word I want? Not a delay, but like a reschedule if they can find some time to get him back, or if he's not gonna be able to make it, they at least have the weekend to find their replacement to work with him and to really be set for Tuesday when they'll face off in the finals against whoever wins between ACA and Big Slime.
yeah, no, absolutely. It would be great for them to just have their full roster going in, then we would know, as you asked, who is the better team. But if they're unable to, hopefully they can make the best of it, do the max amount of prep work they can, and try to integrate the sub into their routine. But they were able to bring it over the line with the sub they selected tonight. Yeah, Sav got it done here 2-0 fashion against Greenhouse. And all throughout the season, I think Greenhouse was pretty much the higher seed. They were fighting neck and neck with H4K for that number one slot, but hey, H4K also got knocked out last round. So number one down, number two down, and you got number three left against whether it's Big Slime. I think they were something like ninth seed or somewhere in the middle of the pack, and you've got ACA. I think they were close to top five all season, so no number one or number two Titans in the finals.
They were BS was ninth and ACA was fifth.
Hey, called it
So
perfect. Let's go.
yeah, so it's impressive. And yeah, so Cheetahs were the third seed, but if you look at the standings, like including playoffs, both were 10-2, and by the time they've played 12, right, both had a 46 round differential, had the same rounds won, the same win rate, this like 1% different strength of schedule. Like, as far as maybe early on, Nightshades were clearly at least the second best team or fighting for the top slot. Cheetahs, you can't say we're any slouch coming in 10-2 and being darn equal to the Nightshades. That even with the sub tonight with Rhino, although Rhino did perform very well, they did outplay at the very least Nightshades.
Yeah,
So
no, absolutely. On paper, they look to be very, very similar, but clearly one team pulls it away here tonight, 2-0 fashion. So we'll just have to see if they can keep up the momentum going into the finals.
yeah, and I think that's going to be about all we have here. We hope to see you on Tuesday if any of us from this stream get to be on one of the finals on Tuesday. But for now, if you're looking for a little more CS action from the CSC, you can hop over to our B stream. Just take that URL that you have, delete that _C, make it an _B, and you can watch map 3 of our recruit finals over there. Anything else, Gear?
No, nothing from me. Yeah, just so glad we get to be here with all you lovely viewers. Hope you guys had a great